everyone! It's your tech girl Mary and welcome back to our YouTube channel. So wakas, we are reviewing Huawei's most flagship camera smartphone, which is their Mate 50 Pro. Sa pagkakaalam ko guys, it's been 2 years na ang nakalipas nung lumabas yung predecessor nito, which is their Mate 30 series. Medyo matagal yung interval no guys for a flagship device since alam mo naman natin na yearly talaga sila naglalabas. Pero ayun nga, dahil matagal yung interval, expect natin guys na hindi incremental yung changes. Which is of course, good. This phone has some serious camera advancements wherein meron siyang tinatawag na mechanical variable aperture sa kanyang main camera. So yeah, mamaya malalaman natin kung anong ibig sabihin nito. As you can see, packaging of the Huawei Mate 50 Pro hindi pa rin nalalayo sa ibang flagship devices ng Huawei. And I'm happy to say guys na complete accessories yung meron tayo dito. We have here the smartphone itself, a decent clear silicone case, the SIM ejector tool, yung kanyang 66 watts fast charging power brick, and of course, yung kanyang USB Type-C charging cable. Now, alam kung gusto niyo na agad malaman kung magkano ito. The Huawei Mate 50 Pro is available in black and silver, and open na siya guys for pre-order at 58,999 pesos. Now, for the orange vegan leather on the other hand, is available for 68,999 pesos. So, yeah, by the moment that you guys are watching this video, tapos na yung kanilang pre-order period and you guys can already walk in and buy sa kanilang mga online stores. So as you guys saw from our unboxing kanina, yung unit that we will be reviewing right now is the one in silver. Also available in black, and kung gusto nyo ng medyo mas bright na color, also available in vegan leather orange. Yung orange variant guys has this thing called Kunlun glass. So pagkakaalam ko, this Kunlun glass guys has gained the first ever 5-star glass drop resistance certification from Switzerland's SGS. Pero isa lang ang ibig sabihin nito, mas matibay talaga yon dahil nga iba yung klase ng material na ginamit sa kanya. Thus, the reason why mas mahal din siya compared to the silver and black colorway. Anyway, if I were to describe guys this silver colorway that I have, the overall design is very clean and feels premium in hand. Yun nga lang guys, medyo slippery lang yung device without a case, kaya I suggest na gumamit tayo ng clear jelly case that it comes inside the box. At saka kung mapapansin nyo, they also brought back the wide notch doon sa kanyang display and of course the 3D face unlock. Placement of the buttons are the same. Volume rockers and power button is on the right. Yung ating main speaker is located below and yung kanyang USB-C and as well as the SIM tray. It is expandable via NM card and yung kanyang secondary mic is on top kasama yung IR blaster. To wrap it all up guys, the design is very pleasant and of course very flagship. The only thing that might bug some people is of course yung kanyang camera bump. We all know naman that the Mate series is known for its eccentric camera bumps, which sets it apart from their P series. So yeah, design-wise, this is very subjective naman depending on your taste. I know this is a dedicated camera review guys, kaya naman yun naman talaga yung una nating pag-uusapan agad-agad, but let's do a very quick specs rundown. The Huawei Mate 50 Pro has a 6.74 inches OLED display with 120Hz refresh rate and a 300Hz touch sampling rate. It also has the latest chipset, which is the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 4G, a 4,700 mAh of battery capacity with a 66 watts Huawei Supercharge and 50 watts wireless charging. Other specs that you need to know is that this has an IP68 dust and water resistance up to 6 meters for 30 minutes, and of course has the latest EMUI 13. Okay, so now that you guys already know kung ano yung dapat nyong expect sa bagong flagship phone ng Huawei, let's see if it really lives up to its Mate name and kung talagang napaka-reliable ng kanyang camera performance in the real world. The main camera has a 50 megapixels ultra aperture RYYB f1.4 to f4.0 aperture with OIS. Meron din tayong 13 megapixels ultra-wide camera that also serves as a macro mode, and a 64 megapixels telephoto camera with OIS and capable of 3.5 optical zoom and 10 times hybrid. Unang-una, ano ba tong tinatawag nating mechanical variable aperture? Yung main camera kasi ng Huawei Mate 50 Pro, guys, has a unique stabilized lens with variable aperture that gives you 10 steps between f1.4 to f4.0. In Pro mode, guys, you can adjust it yourself, pero meron din naman siyang auto mode, or you can choose it automatically para doon sa mga hindi masyadong maalam when it comes to cameras. It makes a huge difference, guys, when it comes to achieving that bokeh effect. Yung bokeh effect niya, guys, is really based on Huawei's first largest 1.4 physical aperture and algorithm. For me, guys, f1.4 blurs the background more than enough for that artistic effect. Ngayon, alam kong naririnig-rinig or nababasa nyo na rin that Huawei now has their very own imaging brand. So yes, we no longer have Leica's branding, and pinalitan na siya ng Huawei's very own XMAGE camera system. Now that you guys already know the technical specifications of the Huawei Mate 50 Pro, let's now talk about the camera samples. In fairness naman, guys, it did live up to my expectations. Photos taken by the Huawei Mate 50 Pro, mapa ultra-wide, wide, and telephoto man ito, are really good. Daylight pictures, guys, display a lot of detail with great dynamic range, and yung kulay, they really are accurate too. Isa pa, when changing lens from ultra-wide or even to telephoto lens, it won't result into any yellowish or purple tint. Meaning, talaga namang hindi magbabago yung kulay niya whatever camera we use. The telephoto periscopic camera is also great, and yung mga 3.5 times shots natin are really detailed with almost no loss of clarity. Syempre, hindi the same yung quality if we were to compare it to the 10 times hybrid zoom sample photos. But in fairness naman, Huawei's algorithm dealing with noise and detail are still top-notch. Now, if we were to talk about low-light photography of the Huawei Mate 50 Pro, it really is another strong side of their phone. Yung RYYB sensor, guys, really helps a ton, and there are some algorithms at play in the background even with the night mode off. Speaking of the night mode, guys, it takes 4 seconds para ma-stitch together yung mga frames and boost the detail. But in reality, guys, for me, night shots look better with the night mode turn off, lalong-lalo na yung detail, color, and dynamic range niya. But again, it all boils down to your personal preference. Whether you are using or not using the dedicated night mode, low light shots will not disappoint. Now, let's do a very quick camera comparison between the Huawei Mate 50 Pro and of course the iPhone 14 Pro Max. And napansin ko lang na nagkataon, parehas pa pala silang silver. These two phones are the two latest flagship phones that their brands can offer. Okay, so let's start with this photo. As you can see, medyo mas bright yung shot ng Huawei Mate 50 Pro as compared to the iPhone 14 Pro Max, but they both have naman the detail that I am looking for. Now, for this shot, I noticed mas greener yung tint ng iPhone 14 Pro Max as compared to Huawei Mate 50 Pro. So, I'd go for the Huawei this time. Now, for this shot, honestly, kung titignan nyo, parang parehas lang sila, no? Pero, mas lighter yung shadow sa Huawei Mate 50 Pro as compared to the iPhone 14 Pro Max. But they both have the detail din naman that I'm looking for. Next, as you can see, guys, yung shot ng iPhone 14 Pro Max talaga namang mas detalyado compared to the Mate 50 Pro, but once we zoom in or crop the image, mas mapapansin nyo na mas detalyado talaga yung shot dito sa Huawei Mate 50 Pro. So yeah, napansin nyo naman that most of the sample shots that we took, mostly nanalo yung Huawei Mate 50 Pro. Lalong-lalo na if we were to zoom into the smallest detail, this device really gave us more. Anyway, pag-usapan naman natin yung kanyang front camera. The Huawei Mate 50 Pro comes with a 13 megapixels that has focal lens to help you fit your group into the frame. So yep, when taking selfies, we have an option between 1 times, 0.8 times, and wide. This is also very applicable on other settings like portrait mode and while taking videos as well. Speaking of taking videos, guys, itong Huawei Mate 50 Pro, for the rear camera, it can shoot 4K up to 60 FPS. And this is across all lenses. So even if you're shooting videos using the telephoto lens, even the ultra-wide, pwedeng-pwede nyong ma-achieve yung mas malinaw na footage katulad ng meron tayo sa main camera. In fairness naman, the videos that we took turn out very decent, and if you will opt for the 1080p instead, magagamit nyo guys yung image stabilization, which is a mix between OIS and EIS, and it does a really good job as well. In 4K guys, you can also zoom in and zoom out all the way from ultra-wide to 10 times hybrid zoom. This is while recording guys, but the transition between the different lenses is pretty obvious. So I suggest before you hit the record guys, you decide na rin kung ano yung camera lens na gagamitin nyo para na rin hindi masyadong obvious. So to wrap it all up guys, I can safely say naman that the Huawei Mate 50 Pro did exceed my expectations. Kaya rin pala nag-number 1 sa ranking itong Huawei Mate 50 Pro sa DXO Mark is really because of its camera performance. Hindi lang pala talaga siya chismis. Iba talaga guys pag nagagamit mo in real-world scenarios yung smartphone. Now of course, other than the camera specs, gusto ko lang din pag-usapan ng very quickly yung naging experience ko sa performance ng device. Unang-una, my opinion stays the same when it comes to having curved displays. So yes, I am not the biggest fan of it, but in fairness naman, the phone feels thinner compared to other flagship devices because of it. Other than that, I have no issue sa display ng Huawei Mate 50 Pro. It is indeed a very flagship experience. And audio-wise, in fairness, stereo speakers is also really good. And kung hinahanap niyo yung speaker na isa, it's located sa kanyang earpiece. And in terms of the EMUI 13, it is really great and really helpful with tons of features. One of the most useful ones, guys, is the ability to stack app widgets together and make a custom one sa inyong home screen. Isa pa, yung recent Gbox workaround, guys, has really revived my excitement when it comes to using Huawei devices. It's a new way of downloading Google applications. It also has the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chipset along with an 8GB of RAM and up to 512GB of storage. This is a good set of configuration for a flagship device and more than enough na to guys to handle all the tasks na ibabato nyo sa kanya, including gaming. So yes, overall guys, maganda ang camera system ng Huawei Mate 50 Pro. It is indeed very versatile din. Hindi lang yun, it can also offer top-notch AMOLED display, the fastest processor available at the moment, and honestly, wala ako masyadong cons to point out, except of course yung steep price niya and the lack of 5G connectivity. So yep, if you're looking for a flagship grade performance, lalong-lalo na sa camera system, I can easily recommend the Huawei Mate 50 Pro, lalong-lalo na if wala kayong problema sa mga cons na mention ko kanina. So yeah, that's basically it. Again, it's your tech girl Berry, and see you on our next video. Bye guys!